openings, the South Carolina Gay and Lesbian Business Guild, and the Washington Street United Methodist Church here in Columbia, and also the BGLSA of USC is here, and clergy and friends, and also the Progressive Network is here. So we're glad everyone's turned out today to help us celebrate. You know, the Fourth Circuit actually spoke with a very loud and clear voice when they ruled on the Virginia case that the Virginia ban on same-sex marriage was unconstitutional. Thus, in our opinion, makes the ban on same-sex marriage here in South Carolina unconstitutional. The Supreme Court made their decision on the 5 cases presented to them, which the Virginia case and the Fourth Circuit was one of them, sending it back to the Fourth Circuit. Thus, in our opinion, makes the Fourth Circuit's ruling the law of the land. And South Carolina Equality is demanding that the Attorney General here in South Carolina, Alan Wilson, begin instructing all probate judges throughout the whole state, every county, to start issuing marriage licenses today. And also, you know, we understand, you know, where Attorney General Alan Wilson, his viewpoints on the situation and what he has said so far. But it's our opinion that, you know, what he is doing and what Governor Nikki Haley is doing is nothing more than political grandstanding. They're doing nothing more than delaying the inevitable, that this fight is over, we have won, they have lost. Now, how they decide to go forward, we're asking him to do the right thing. The right thing, as Attorney General in North Carolina and other states have done, and that's to say, this battle is over, let's let marriages begin. And anything other than that, by standing in the way of letting marriages continue, to go forward here in South Carolina, is just a slap in the LGBT community's face. And we will remember them on November the 4th when we go to the polls. I want to introduce to you to the podium right now Melissa Burnett, who is a member of the South Carolina Equality Board. She chairs the litigation task force. She's an attorney here in Columbia. So Melissa, I'll turn it over to you.
After the Windsor decision a couple of years ago, we thought there would be a need for a litigation task force, not just to bring lawsuits, but to review the whole legal situation in South Carolina and to monitor what was going on across the state and sort of shepherd things through both legislatively and litigation-wise. And I want to also mention some members of the task force of whom we are very proud and who've been very helpful in giving advice. Some very respected people, including USC Law School Professor Derek Black, USC Law School Professor Pamela Robinson, Attorney Thomas Gressett from Charleston, Attorney Vicki Esslinger from Columbia, and of course Colleen Condon, who we hope will be here in a few minutes. We've done a few things, we think, behind the scenes that have been helpful. I also represented Police Chief Crystal Moore and Latta that brought South Carolina, I hope, some good publicity. So South Carolina does have some good things going on, and we don't always look bad when a small town in South Carolina can have a good result. So, you know, why do we have to look so bad all the time? Now, we love marriage, right? South Carolinians always support marriage. I love marriage. I've been married 25 years to my husband. We celebrated our anniversary last month. Well, but that makes us sad when our LGBT friends can't enjoy the privileges of marriage and their children are deprived of the security of marriage of their parents. Well, this morning in Charleston County, history was made. A very, very probate judge, Irvin Condon, permitted his cousin, Colleen Condon, and Nichols Breckley to apply for a marriage license. The first time in South Carolina. Now, this is a courageous step because, he's really sticking his neck out. He's going against what really the Attorney General is saying don't do. And he says, Judge Condon says he'll continue to allow marriage license applications until an appropriate court tells him to stop. Good for him. Now, we're hoping that his courage may inspire other probate judges to do the same and to follow suit. So let's hope, okay? But in the meantime, anyone who lives in any county can go to Charleston County and apply for a marriage license. So if you're inclined to do so, go ahead and make that proposal and get in your car and go to Charleston County. Or you can also apply for a marriage license in any county in South Carolina and see what happens. It could happen, who knows? And, if you've been married in another state and you want to change your name now at the DMV, why not go try that and see what happens? Sooner or later they're going to have to do it. And if you're rejected in either of those endeavors, let us know. The task force is going to be reviewing what's happening and selectively seeing what's the best course of action and if litigation might be necessary. Well, what happened on Monday? The U.S. Supreme Court, by doing nothing, that is, refusing to accept and refusing to review some decisions in 5 courts of appeals, including the Fourth Circuit, which sets the legal precedent in South Carolina for marriage equality, will allow 30 states to eventually have same-sex marriages. That's 60% of the states in the United States. Isn't that fantastic? And the thinking is, the court decided not to accept these for review because there was no split in the decisions. And guess who we have here? I'll let you hear from them in a minute. They just drove up from Charleston. But let's talk about the law just a moment. I know it's hard for me not to just look at them. But the Fourth Circuit governs the law in South Carolina. And it sets the precedent for South Carolina because we are in the same circuit as Virginia. The Supreme Court refused to hear the Virginia case. Now, what's most important is that the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals applied strict scrutiny. Now, that is the highest level of legal scrutiny that can be applied, and said that the Virginia's constitutional ban against same-sex marriage violated the 14th Amendment's due process and equal protection guarantees. I believe that applies to South Carolina as well. So let's be clear. The court has ruled marriage equality is inevitable in South Carolina. So here's our question. Why are Attorney General Alan Wilson and Governor Nikki Haley continuing to fight a losing cause? On behalf of South Carolina Equality, the task force, all of you, the many groups, supporters, and allies here today, I call upon Attorney General Alan Wilson and Governor Nikki Haley to stop fighting this uncivil war against our own citizens now. Enforce the law now. Stop wasting taxpayer dollars now. Stop embarrassing South Carolina now. Okay. They're on the news. I've heard the argument about people have voted in South Carolina in 2006 for the amendment to ban same-sex marriage. The people spoke. I have several questions about that. Is this 2006? No. This is 2014. Things have changed. People know that there are LGBT friends, neighbors, co-workers, and family members. They know them, they love them. I'm not so sure that vote would be the same today. Are you? Also, ask yourself this: would we want people to vote on whether little black children should get to go to the same school as little white children? No. How might that turn out in some counties? That's risky too. Why? Why don't we let that go to a vote? Because it's their right. You don't put that to a vote. That's why we have courts and constitution. It's a right. And the First Circuit Court of Appeals said it's a fundamental right. You don't vote on that. The Constitution says it. The court said it. The 2006 South Carolina constitutional amendment is dead and buried. Attorney General Alan Wilson and Governor Haley, please stop waging this uncivil war on your own citizens. Enforce the law now and allow marriage equality to start now. Let us hear from our couple who have applied for a marriage license.
Well, sorry, but after all, I think the brides are supposed to show up last in an event like this, right? We had just a great surprise this morning. We went to Charleston County Probate Judge Irv Condon, yes, his cousin, a distant cousin, and we expected we'd be turned away. We knew what the law said. We knew Bostic v. Schaefer should apply. We knew that we had the fundamental right to marry. We were just hoping the judge would agree with us. Indeed, in South Carolina, it's probate court judges. It's not like a clerk of court. It's a probate court judge who's honored and sworn an oath to follow the law. And the law of South Carolina is we have the right to marry. Judge Condon accepted our application this morning. We certainly hope that he will grant the license, as he has said he will tomorrow morning. He has said he will grant our license after the 24-hour waiting period that applies to everyone else who applies for a marriage license, unless there's a stay from the Supreme Court. So, the Supreme Court of South Carolina, Chief Justice Toll and others, could put a stay, a hold, on our marriage license, but certainly we hope they're going to do the right thing and let the law take effect in South Carolina, effective immediately. We're one couple, and I don't know if others have had luck already yet today. We certainly urge others, go exercise your constitutional right to get married. Go ask for a marriage license in South Carolina. For us, it was important to get married here. We certainly shared the joy of friends who've gotten married in other states because that's where they could get their rights enforced. But to us, it was important as South Carolina girls that we wanted to marry here. And as we live in Charleston, and being the #1 wedding destination in the country, where else should the first marriage license application be accepted? We're glad to be part of it. Now we just need to keep making sure the rest of it's done. Hopefully, Attorney General Wilson won't try to get involved and stop us from our rights. But we're here to make sure everybody does the right thing and doesn't waste any more of our taxpayer money and gets the thing done. We want to have our right to get married as soon as we want to, and hopefully everything will work out, that our marriage license will be issued in the morning. Thanks for your support.
You just made history. One other thing I wanted to mention, you know, for everyone that fought so hard back in 2006 to keep the amendment from passing, you know, I just want to say that your work was not in vain. The fight back in 2006 might have been lost, but you can hold your head high today and say you've won the battle in 2014. For the past month and a half or two, South Carolina Equality has been collecting names on a petition asking Attorney General Alan Wilson, before all this took place this week, to basically stop wasting taxpayers' money defending the marriage ban. I have that petition here. There are close to 5,000 names on this petition. Boxes are full. And we're going to be hand delivering, walking around, and you're more than welcome to come with us as we hand deliver this petition to Attorney General Wilson in just a few moments. One thing I forgot to mention a few minutes ago was the Board of Directors at South Carolina Equality. We have some of them here with us today. Melissa Burnett, of course, Diane Odom, there's Diane, Veronica Walters, and there's Ann Wilbrand. So could not do it without a great Board of Directors like we have. So now we're getting ready to go around and hand deliver this petition to Attorney General Wilson. And are you ready for marriage now in South Carolina? Yes.
We might need a little clarification, but we do know that probate judge Amy McCullough in Richland County is accepting applications for marriage licenses today. Early this morning, she let us know she would be doing that, but that she was not accepting the fee and she was going to hold the license applications. I'm not sure whether that has changed in light of what's going on with Charleston, so if you're inclined, go down there and find out.
All right, everyone, we're going to walk around to Alan Wilson's office. The media, if you would like to talk with any of us afterwards, we'll be around for as long as you would like. But thanks, everyone, for coming. It is a great day in South Carolina.